Hi everyone, today we're gonna present about training and development concept in the relation to ICE aircraft companies in the case study. Our group member include Hong, it's me, Ang, Hong, and Buki. Let's move on to the outline. We have 5 parts in the presentation. The first one is introduction. The second part will summarize the issue in training and development of the case study. The third part will talk about the importance of training and development. The fourth part will show a video with the activity to compare between training and non-training. And the last part will talk about the conclusion and recommendation for ACE company. In the first part introduction, I'm gonna talk about why training and development programs are really necessary for the company. Is it true that employees all have strength and weakness in both professional and interpersonal skill? So, a training program will allow them gain more theoretical and practical knowledge to address those weaknesses, and the development program bring employees to the higher level, such as career development program, and reduce employee turnover for the organization. However, in the multinational organization, training and development must include cross-cultural training for expatriates, because expatriates are the key connection between headquarters and the subsidiary, and they are also on behalf of the top management going overseas to manage and control the subsidiaries. So, cross-cultural training is used to develop the cultural knowledge, awareness, and the skill for expatriates so that they have the ability to communicate and interact appropriately and effectively with the host country, co-worker, and the customer. Now, move on to the second part. I will summarize the training and development issue in ACE company. As you can see, there are 4 main issues here. Firstly, there are no mentoring program in ACE company because senior management don't want to develop junior employees to take over the role, and they also don't offer career advice for those junior staff because they are worried about being replaced. Secondly, this company doesn't have a systematic workforce planning and management development program, so it's really difficult for employees to aware about their career in the company. This is the reason why potential company decided to leave, because they don't see their future in this company. In terms of cross-cultural training, there is also lack of training program for expatriates. Expatriate training program in the companies is limited only half a day, and it's really a short time for training. And a big mistake in the company is that HR department assume that all employees have the same needs when they agree to work overseas. For example, Alex, an expatriate working in Singapore subsidiary. She seemed to face with a culture shock at the first time she came to Singapore because Singapore people do and act too differently compared to Australian. Is it true that the Western cultures, such as it's like Australia, is really significantly different to Asian culture like Vietnam, China, and Singapore? So this leads to the time consuming and demotivating the expatriates. And there are also no feedback and comment platform for expatriates when they're working overseas. So they don't know how they are doing, and they also cannot comment about their effectiveness of the training they received before. This is negatively influence the expatriate's level of success, and this also increase the level of returning home prematurely. Now, my friend Hùng will continue on his part.
Hi, my name is Hong, and I will explain why we want to approach this case with training and development. The first thing that worth noticing is about the role of people, including managers and employees in an organization. Despite the development of technology and automatic operating machine, humans still remain as one of the most important resources within any kind of organization when it's come to operating and innovating. Some authors have indicated that human resources is the utmost crucial in any company. These findings suggest the importance of an appropriate training and development program because it can improve the performance of employees, including soft skills and hard skills. which can enhance the overall performance of the organizations. ACE Aircraft is participating in a rapidly changing business environment. And because the world are becoming more and more global, expanding the business into other countries to take advantage of labor costs is inevitable. However, when plans apply into reality, human resources is the complicated part. Because some positions cannot be filled by local managers or employees. Therefore, expatriate and global leaders from the head office must take the seat due to their understanding about the company control and operating procedures. It is the company's responsibility to get them prepared for international assignment. They must know what are the characteristics of the area where they will work. They will have to learn about the people, the society, and various knowledge to have their business trip effectively. Because expatriates and global leaders are exposed to different cultures, it is really important for them to have a cross-cultural training because this kind of program will deliver sufficient skills, common knowledge, cultural adjustment, and awareness to deal with multiple difficulties when working offshore. Expatriates play a crucial role for sustainable success of an international operations. However, many organizations fail to provide adequate training for them, and therefore, the result is expatriates and global leaders cannot achieve their goal. In a research conducted in 2011, there are approximately 80% of expatriates return to the host country prematurely because of lacking of cross-cultural training. With that being said, it is important to understand that any kind of training and development will not ensure the similar outcome. The effectiveness of training and development program depends on numerous factors such as time and approach, among others. In the case of ACE Aircraft, expatriates are receiving only half of a day-long training sessions, which probably not enough for them to go and work in an international environment. A characteristic-oriented program or applied technology in training and development can enhance the effectiveness of the program. Although this requires a great source of financial abilities, personal training are likely to boost the effectiveness of an expatriate overall performance. Next, let me introduce Buki.
Thank you, Hong. This is Buki. I'm going to explain our activity. This activity is about folding a plan. Why we choose to folding plan is because there are so many ways to fold a paper plan. The differences can be symbolized as different culture around the world. Every player will have a paper of instruction which shows the process of the plan folding. This can be symbolized as expatriate in a foreign country and they have to follow a particular way to do their new job, which is quite different from their home country. We separate our group members into two small groups. Anne and Hong are present the group, which will have a real training, and me and Hong will in the group with no training. We hypothesize that we can observe the different results coming from two groups. It could be in time spending different or quality different, even the different level of emotional stability. Hong will give Anne a face-to-face training as he is already a master of folding this particular plan model. He will teach Anne to fold it step by step, and after training, Anne will practice to fold the plan by her own. By contrast, me and Hong will only got a paper of instruction, and we have to learn it by our own and try to finish the task with the same quality as the training group. At the end, two groups will have a competition, and the one who can fold the plan faster with the better quality will be the winner. Now here is a video that documented our two groups' activities. The one on the top is group with training, and the bottom one is self-learning group. We can see from the small video Anne finished the paper plan, which is exactly same with what Hong did. But me and Hong even can't complete the task. We can't understand the instruction, and finally we just do it in our own way, which is totally different from the standard one. We don't even need to have a competition between two groups, as the result is too obviously that a group without training cannot have a satisfied outcome that required. Now, Anne is going to give a conclusion and suggests recommendations.
Hi, my name is Anne. I will talk about the conclusion and recommendation part in presentation. As company has some problem about the training and development, firstly, I will talk about the problem about the training. So the cross-cultural training of the company is inadequate. For example, the training with a short time, just half a day. The training by online, not face-to-face, and the information is conflict with the needs of the employee. And after the training, they don't give the feedback for employee. And the employee didn't know how the training go is good or bad. So as a result, the training program cannot help employee to give more information about the new culture, a new country they will move to work after that. So the employee cannot acquire the new knowledge about the new culture. They lack of the information what they need, what they want when they move to another country. So the employee will be shock culture and cannot adapt with the new culture. So they take a long time to give more information, give more knowledge about the place, about the country, about the culture. When they move to the country for working, and they take a lot of time to adapt the new environment. So it's reduce the productivity of the company because the employee cannot work well because they have problem about the life, work life and living in the new country. The second is the problem about the development. The company don't have the development program, so the employee cannot develop their career in organization. They don't know the right way or the right direction for work in the company. With the junior staff, they cannot promote their job in the company because they didn't have the motivation to get them work hard, get more specific objects or their goal for when they work in the company. And the employee feel disappointed when they do not have the program help them develop their career when they working in the company. So it's made the rate of the turnover of the company is increasing. A lot of employer they a lot of employee they want to move they want to move to another company for their career. So as a consultant, I will give some recommendation for the S company to tackle their problem. So the first recommendation is about the training program. The company needs to build a growth culture training program. It's very important for the employee. The people will move to another country for working. So the company needs to interact more to set up the growth culture course with a flexible content training program. The trainer should have knowledge and understand the culture about the country, everything behavior about the workplace, of the company, of the country. They will training for the employee. The company need to intend face-to-face training for employee and give the long time for training cost. Because before the training cost in the company it's very short, it's just half a day. So when they training about the cross culture, they need more time for that one. It's 1 or 2 weeks to give enough information for the employee to know clearly about that country, the place they will move to work later. And after the training, the company needs to give the employee the feedback about the quality of the training program. It helps the employee know which one they do well, which one they didn't do well, and the employee needs to know which one they need to improve to understand about the training program and help them get more knowledge when they go overseas for working. And the second is the recommendation about the development program. So the company needs to set up the effective development program for the employee. They need to have effective recruitment program to recruit the employee. They should build a promotion program to attract employee in the company. Because when they have the promotion program, it means the employee know they need the time they work for to get the new position to promote in their career, how long they work and how they perform their work to get a higher salary than before. So it's important for the employee in the organization, and the company should follow up and adjust the direction and future career planning for the employee in organization. The company will help the employee have the planning suitable with their career in organization and help them have more motivation for working in the company. So it helps company keep the employee longer and keep the good employee in the company for working in important position in organization. So this is the conclusion and some recommendation we give for the S company to tackle their problem. So thank you for listening.